Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. So today I will discuss how we evaluate option to integrate autonomous vehicle in home grocery delivery operation. The background of this project is because last mile delivery is a problem in cities all over the world. This is because first, the increasing demand due to urbanization and e-commerce, increasing congestions, pollution, resulting in negative impact on health and environment. The costly van delivery due to traffic jams, missing parking space, and missing delivery. Increasing parcel volume is also coupled with increasing service expectation. And lastly, because of the aging workforce, especially in physically demanding environment such as parcel delivery, has resulted in labor shortage. The use of autonomous vehicle is one way to overcome this challenge. AV directly address the driver shortage and can be combined with parcel lockers to enable unattended delivery and thereby lowering the overall delivery cost. The objective of our study is first to propose an agent-based model of home grocery delivery that incorporates autonomous vehicle, to evaluate the benefit of autonomous vehicle for grocery home delivery operation of a supermarket in Edinburgh, and then to propose the best possible option to integrate autonomous vehicle in the supermarket operation. This includes the operational decisions and also the technological specification. So in this project, we have developed an agent-based model representing the operation of City of Edinburgh Council, CEC, and a major home grocery delivery in Edinburgh that we will call a supermarket agent. We use AnyLogic as the modeling platform, and in this figure you can see the location of the supermarket stores and also the depot belong to the City of Edinburgh Council. The main agent in this model is operator agents, namely the organizations that carry out logistic operations. We have two types of operators agent. The first one is the supermarket, and the second one is the CEC. To develop the operation of the CEC, we use their data from 2020. The CEC operates 14 fleets agent, and its fleets operate a certain number of vehicles. For example, the bank had workshop owned 3 vehicles. And to develop the supermarket agent, we use their Ortec data from 2020. The supermarket operates 2 store agents, first in Morningside and the second one is in Camleybank. Each store operates a certain number of vehicles, namely the Camleybank operates 4 van and the Morningside store also operates 4 van. We assume that all vehicles always start and end their journey from the depot or from the store. This is the process done by the supermarket agent in a model. So on each simulation day, we generate a number of order using Poisson distribution. For each order, we determine which customer who has placed that particular order based on the historical data. And then using the statistical distribution of the historical data, we then determine the size of the order in terms of number of crates and the type of the order. And then the each order is then assigned to the closest store, and then the store will then allocate the payload and route to the vehicle. For this payload and route allocation, we use a heuristics that aims to minimize the distance while also complying delivery time window, vehicle capacity, and driver shift constraint. And here we assume that the store operates a fixed number of vehicles. The CEC agents operates in a very similar way with the supermarket agent, but instead of order, on each simulation day we generate a number of jobs, And then based on the historical data, we then decide the location of each job and the time required to finish the job. And then each fleet will then allocate this job to the vehicle using the same heuristic that I already explained previously. We have used the model to explore several scenarios. The first scenario is the baseline or the validation. Scenario number two, we assume that both CAC and the supermarket use electric vehicles. In scenario number three, we assume that the supermarket replace their vehicle with autonomous vehicle and they operate the autonomous vehicle just like diesel and electric vehicle. Therefore, the customer must collect the grocery by themselves when the vehicle arrive at their home address. In scenario number four, we assume that the CEC and the supermarket can share their charging facility. So in the evening, the chargers can only be used to charge their own vehicle. But during the day, the charger can be used to charge vehicle from other facilities. So for example, the CAC depot can charge the fans belong to the supermarket as long as the charger is not being used. And here we apply the first in, first out rule. The table below shows other assumption we use in the experiment. For scenario 1, we compare the real data obtained from the operators with the simulation output. And this table shows that the supermarket agent is slightly more efficient than the real operator, as indicated by higher drop density, higher fill rate. However, this result must be confirmed through statistical analysis using output from multiple simulation runs and with longer time interval. So here we only use a single run and the time interval is 36 days. This is the result for the CEC validation. So similar to the supermarket agent, the CEC operates with slightly higher efficiency than the real operator. Again, we must confirm this with statistical analysis using the output from multiple simulation run. This is the result of the second scenario. So in this scenario, we assume that each depot and store use 50 kilowatt charger. If the vehicle run out of battery, so when their state of charge is below 20%, during the day, they will return to the depot or the store, and then the opportunistic charging will be carried out until the vehicle achieve 80% state of charge. And then during the evening, when all of the operation are finished, the vehicle will be then charged until 100%. So the table shows that using electric vehicle slightly increase the number of routes, mile traveled and time traveled, and conversely slightly reduce the drop density. This is because sometimes the vehicle need to return to the depot or the store before serving the next customer or the next stop. This is the result of scenario number three. So in this scenario, we assume that all of the supermarket vehicle are replaced with autonomous vehicle. And because we use the autonomous vehicle, then we can eliminate the time required for the driver to rest. In other scenario, we assume that the driver should take break 15 minutes every 2 hours. And because we can eliminate this, the autonomous vehicle is slightly more efficient, as indicated with lower route per day, miles traveled, and times traveled. And conversely, we can achieve higher drop density. In the last scenario, we explore what would happen if the operator shared their charging facility. So this is for the electric vehicle without autonomous vehicle. And we can see from this comparison that uh, if we use shared charging facility, then we can slightly reduce the number of routes. We can increase the drop density, reduce the average distance travel per route, but also increase the travel time. This is because the time required for opportunistic charging is taken into account. So if we don't use a shared charging facility, every time the vehicle return to the depot or to the store to be charged, then we will produce another journey for the vehicle. But if we use shared charging facility, the journey can be combined as one, but with longer time travel. So the conclusion of my presentation, first we have developed an agent-based model that is capable of representing the operation of of Edinburgh Council and a supermarket in Edinburgh. Using the model, we have evaluated the benefit of autonomous vehicle, namely eliminating the driver shift constraint and the time required for the driver to rest, hence lowering the number of routes per day, miles traveled, time traveled, and achieving higher drop density. And using the ABM, we have also evaluated the benefit of shared charging facility, namely reducing the number of routes, increasing the drop density, reducing the average distance travel per route. In the future, we will run more experiments to obtain robust conclusion and use the ABM to explore more scenario, such as combining autonomous vehicle and shared charging facility scenario of our delivery scenario, and also combining autonomous vehicle with delivery locker. Thank you very much for your attention.